everyone, welcome to Inside Talk Show. I'm Karla Elizondo, and today I have with me a man who has dedicated the past 60 years to studying the mind, human behavior, and potential. He has been such a mentor and a teacher to me, and I am so lucky to have him here today, Mr. Bob Proctor. Thank you for joining me, Bob.
My pleasure, Karla. Happy to.
Thank you. All right, let's dive right in. I've shared with you before that I work with children, and that's when their minds are so wide open and easily influenced. In your opinion, what's a simple way parents can positively program or help set them up for a more positive mindset? I know you share a story where, you just shared positive words with your children before bed at night.
Well, I think what the parent wants to understand to begin with, that we're all programmed. We're programmed in our subconscious mind genetically. That's why we look like our relatives. And then we're programmed environmentally. When a child is born, they're like an empty cup. Their subconscious mind is. Now, it already has the genetic programming in it, but everything that's going on around that child is going right into the subconscious mind. So the attitudes, the behavior, the energy of that place, it's going right into the baby's subconscious mind. You find a place where a couple are fighting and arguing all the time, you'll see the baby has colic or something. Baby has colds. Baby's getting all that negative energy, and it has to be expressed, and it expresses it through the physical body. Well, if we gained a better understanding of how we're programmed, I think we would be much more attentive in how we're working with our little children. When the subconscious mind is open, everything that goes in starts to affect the vibration the baby's in or the baby's behavior. Now, anything that goes in over and over and over again, it becomes fixed in the baby's subconscious mind, and that's part of the paradigm. It's part of the program that's going to control their life. Most people go right through their life and never change the programming. It's rather sad, but it's true.
Wow. Yeah, simple things. I think, parents can just leave their kid with a positive message at night, like you said, and they just wake up with a positive word in the morning.
Whenever I was home, I was traveling, but when I didn't, their mother did, I would lay down with them and I would put my hand on them, maybe on their cheek or on their hand or something. I'd make a physical connection with their body. And then I would realize I was planting images. It was like I was transferring pictures from my mind right into theirs. And I would have them repeat that they're going to wake up feeling wonderful with a smile on their face. That was every night. The kids all had good attitudes. Let's say I had Brian, Raymond, and Colleen. Colleen was middle. Let's suppose one of the boys were fighting with a little girl. I might, at night when I lay down with them, I'm so happy and grateful now that I treat Colleen really well. I look after her. Something along that line. And it's the repetition of that idea going in the child's mind just as they're going to sleep. Their subconscious mind is wide open. Now, when that goes in over and over repetitively, it becomes fixed in there, and that becomes a habitual part of that child's personality.
Wow, that's powerful and that's simple. So thank you for sharing. I'm sure a lot of parents will do that tonight.
It is very simple.
Yeah. My next topic, mental health, mindset, and mental health. For me personally, I discovered the past few years with a tendency of if I was falling into like anxiety or depression, I was like, what am I doing positively to put in my mind to help me with that? And I loved your description of the whole spectrum of the ignorance, the worry, the doubt, the depression, suppression, as opposed to the other side, the knowledge, the study, the understanding, expression, and creativity. Can you describe the importance of that?
Let me show it to you. Here's a drawing. We'll say that's the mind, and this is the body. There are two polarities in life, or one, a law of polarity, a negative and a positive. Over here, you have ignorance. On this side, you'll have knowledge. Now, when a person is ignorant, what they're going to do They're going to let their physical results control their thinking. This is the conscious mind, the subconscious, and the body. They have 5 senses. They can see, hear, smell, taste, touch. Well, most people will use their senses, look at their results, and that'll cause their thinking. Let's suppose they're short of money. They've got the mortgage is coming up the end of the month, or the rent, and they don't have any money. What are they going to start to do? They will take this, there's a power that flows into and through us, and we can build ideas out of it. And we start to build an idea, and we'll build a negative idea, and we start to worry or doubt. Worry that we can't, doubt that we're going to have the money, worry about having the money. Well, when you impress that upon the subconscious mind, that sets up a vibration better known as fear. Now, this energy was impressed, so it has to be expressed with and through the body. It sets up a vibration called anxiety. The fear is expressed through the body as anxiety. The anxiety is suppressed. The suppression turns to depression. The depression turns to dis-ease, and the dis-ease to disintegration. Now that is a pattern of what's happening with the energy coming into our mind. Now the opposite is over here. The opposite of doubt and worry is understanding. I understand there's a lack of limitation here in my physical bank account. I'm going to build an image of what I want, and I'm going to see myself already with it. And I know that if I press an idea upon my subconscious mind, it has to move into form. So I'm going to operate by faith that this power within me will deliver whatever I focus on. That faith expresses itself in well-being. The well-being is expressed. The express accelerates, and that is because you're at ease. There's no dis-ease. And because you're at ease, then it's creation. Now, you see, this is a concept that most people never learn in their entire life.
Right.
When you find yourself anxious, know that you're emotionally involved with a negative idea that you've accepted in your mind. And if you want to get rid of it, consciously think of a positive idea. Think of something really good that's going to happen. You've got that on film. I would recommend anybody watch it and go through it over and over and over again. The conscious mind has the ability to think anything it wants. The subconscious must accept anything you give to it. And whatever is impressed upon the subconscious expresses itself through the body. The body is the instrument of the mind.
Right.
If there's a problem in our body, it originates in our mind. That's true with children as well as adults.
More important, the children don't have the net yet. They can't discern yet what is between good and bad. And one of the things I love is when people say, the subconscious can't take a joke.
That's the truth. It has no sense of humor.
Right.
It accepts everything you give to it as reality.
Right. Well, thank you for that. Last question. Last idea. Decision. My life has turned 180 degrees. Everybody who knows me probably is sick and tired of me talking about decision, the power of decision. I wish I knew it when I was younger. My life would be, I'm glad where I'm at now, but my life would be so different. But I'm already excited to where it's taking me. So the power of decision and being decisive. A lot of people think they're decisive. I thought I was decisive, but it was only when I got to the place where I was pushed up against the wall and in such pain that I made a decision. So how can
You're probably stating preferences rather than decisions.
You're right. Yeah, it was such a twisted, I didn't even know. And I looked into the word decide, CIDE means to cut off and kill. And it's quite a strong, thing. And a lot of people can confuse decisive people with being really, arrogant or pushy, but decision, people who make decisions are leaders and we trust them. It actually makes us more at peace and at ease, not with just other people, but with ourselves. How can we build that muscle? And most importantly, teach kids to be more decisive?
Well, I think the problem with us as people is we don't have the kids make decisions. We make decisions for them. And you make decisions for them until they go out on their own. Let's say they're 20, 25, something like that. somebody else has been making their decisions right up that they don't know how to make a decision.
Right.
I have 3 children. I have never made a decision for them. I've always caused them to make the decision. Now somebody will say, well, how do you do that? Well, first of all, you've got to respect their intelligence. They are an intelligent being. And they know what's good or bad for them. They know what's right or wrong. And you've got to trust them. Mm-hmm. Now, I'll give you 2 examples. Raymond, he was a big guy. I have to look up at him. He was a swimmer on a high school team. And he swam anchor. He was very good. They all liked him because he was big and strong. And he came to me one time. Everybody recognizes this when the kids are going to ask for something. It's almost like they're circling the field. They're waiting to land. You know they're going to lay something on you, but you don't know what it is. And Raymond said, Dad, I want to talk to you. And I said, okay. He said, I'm thinking of quitting the swimming team. I said, I see. I knew exactly why he wanted to quit the swimming team. In most schools, the swimmers practice early in the morning. 5 o'clock, you'd hear them leaving the house. And I think he got tired of that. He liked the swimming, but he didn't like when he had to practice. But at any rate, I said, well, why is that, Ray? Well, he said, I've been thinking about it. And he said, I've spent a lot of time at it. And when I leave school, I'm not going to use it. It's not something I'm going to use in my commercial career. I said, you're probably right. You probably never will, unless you choose to be a lifesaver or something like that. And I said, well, he said, do you think it's okay? And I said, oh, I don't know, Ray. I said, that's your call, not mine. Well, he said, I think it'd be okay. And I said, if you think it's okay, Ray, that's fine. And I said, have you talked to the coach? Well, no, not yet. And I knew that he was afraid to talk to the coach because I had talked to the coach. I was over watching him one time, and the coach was telling me what a great part of the team he was. And so I said, well, I think you should talk to your coach. Yeah, well, do you think it'd be okay then? And I said, Ray, I don't know. This is your call. Then I can quit if I want. I said, you can do whatever you want, Ray. So he's leaving the room, and I call him back, and I said, Ray, come here a minute. I said, you're really struggling with this. You're having a tough time with this, aren't you? Well, yeah. I said, you know something? The next time, it won't be as difficult. Next time you feel like quitting something, you'll just quit. It'll be easier for you to quit. You're wrestling with this, though. And I said, you keep doing this. And I said, you're going to be a really good quitter. He looked at me and he said, oh, no. And he wandered away. He never quit the swim team.
Wow.
Now, that was one case. I made his own decision. Colleen came to me one time. I don't know how old she was. She was, I don't know, 18, 20, 19, something like that. She said, Dad, Gary and I were thinking of going away for the weekend. And I thought, oh, no, here it comes. Do you think it's okay? And I said, I don't know. I don't want to go away with Gary for the weekend. And she said, well, you think it's okay? And I said, Colleen, that's a decision you're going to make. I can't make that decision for you. Well, do you think it's all right? I said, I don't know. I really don't know. But I said, I believe you know, and you're going to make the decision. See, I think what problem, the parents make the decisions for the kids, and they never learn to make a decision for themselves. There is a chapter in Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich, that I read every day. And it's on decision. It's the longest chapter in the book. I would recommend that every parent get a hold of the book, Think and Grow Rich, and you'll read the chapter on decision. It is an absolutely incredible piece of information.
I read it for 60 days because of you.
Well, then that was a good thing to do because you really burn it into your mind.
It truly is. And I think they give them a gift to the kids because it lets them start getting in touch with their inner voices, because the kids were really just looking to the parents to tell me what to do. Please, please. I don't trust myself.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Bob. Always a profit and a pleasure.
Very good. That's good, Karla.
Awesome. Well, making decisions got me working side by side with you now. So now I can help other people make decisions, reach their goals, and live their dreams. So
that's great. Thank you, Karla. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for watching. What a wonderful conversation that was. That man is full of gems of wisdom. If you want to know more about him and the Proctor Gallagher Institute, you can visit them online at proctorgallagherinstitute.com. And if you want to know more about becoming a confident decision maker, you can private message me and I can help you with that.